Greetings and salutations, folks, and welcome back
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
to Mass Effect 2, where last time we discovered that the Collectors were kidnapping humans from various colonies. But now, we don't have time to try to stop the Collectors. We've got to walk around our ship and meet everybody. Also, what unread message? I don't have any unread message. You liar, Kelly. You liar. Okay, so we got the elevator, because it's not a Mass Effect game without an elevator.
What's this area of the ship?
This is the Combat Information Center. Here, the crew receives sensor data and coordinates gunnery and damage control efforts. While Normandy is flown from the bridge, during combat, the commanding officer issues orders from the CIC.
Where is the CIC? Okay, I can't...
A scientist is required to use the technical laboratory.
And that's why I need to first get the professor. That's the main reason why I want that to be the first goal before I really start worrying about scanning planets, because then I could find out exactly what I'm collecting those, all that research for. Alright, so we got an ED terminal here.
What's this area of the ship?
This is the armory, where small arms are maintained and upgraded. Using Omni-Tool, computer-aided design, and manufacturing, we have the capability to manufacture several new models.
How many models can we manufacture? 2. Actually, right now I don't think we can manufacture any because we need a scientist, I think. And again, another reason why we should get more than Solus. Also, we got the core right there. I don't know, considering the technology that exists in this universe, I might find it... Is it risky to be standing outside of a giant core filled with Element Zero? Or is it just not risky in comparison to anything else? Like people who say they're afraid to fly, but are willing to drive in city traffic. Like, comparatively, the actual act of flying on an aircraft is significantly safer than that.
Commander, there hasn't been time to really settle in and take stock. I want to say that working with you is a great opportunity to do something that matters. It's a privilege to serve on the Normandy, Commander.
No good assignment. Just kind of like, there's no good answers. Like, I've noticed there's a lot of neutral and negative answers to a lot of these Cerberus agents' responses. I also just realized that my character kind of looks like Fitz from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
You may change your tune if we end up like the original Normandy.
Maybe. As long as the elusive man walks his talk, and you do the same, I'll do my best to make sure we succeed. That's been the condition for my service so far. I have issues with certain actions Cerberus has taken in the past.
And that's kind of interesting, the idea that, like, he recognizes the problems that Cerberus has, but he still is a member.
What has Cerberus done to make you nervous?
A lot. They've been called terrorists, and with good reason. Doubt you can find a more checkered past. But if the Collector threat is real, and we do something about it, Cerberus will be remembered differently. Or we'll all be tried and executed. Can't count on people thinking about it as hard as I have.
Well, glad to have you aboard, I suppose.
I look forward to working with you, Mr. Taylor.
Likewise, Commander. Let me know if you need anything.
Alright, and somewhere Miranda should be as well. The briefing/comm room? ED, what is this room?
What's this area of the ship?
This is the FTL communications room. In addition to interfacing with the FTL comm network, Normandy is fitted with a quantum entanglement communicator linked to the elusive
there we go,
man's
the
office.
quantum entanglement.
This allows lag-free communication even when you operate off the comm grid.
The quantum
Never
what?
heard of a quantum entanglement communicator. How does it work?
Essentially, 2 subatomic particles are created in an entangled state. One is installed here, and the other in the elusive man's office.
No, without
One particle
Xbox Live,
occupies a
I'll
given
never be
quantum
able
state.
to
Its
do
entangled partner
something.
will always enter the opposite state, no matter the distance between them. If we alter the state of our particle, That alters the state of the elusive mans. This allows us to send data in the form of quantum bits.
That sounds useful. Why doesn't every ship have it? Because it's hugely
Why
expensive.
aren't these used everywhere?
Each quantum pair costs nearly as much as a comm relay, and can pass only one quantum bit of data at a time. In addition to the cost and bandwidth issues, the system is strictly point-to-point. To contact 100 different worlds, we would need to manufacture and install 100 entangled pairs, one link to each world.
That's all for now.
Logging you out, Shepard.
Although I could see like where that would be useful. Like let's say like you might have a Alliance command, communication center. And then you just have an entire part of the base just devoted to the containment of those quantum pairs on that side. Let's see, where shall we go first? Let's go to engineering. There's nobody engineering, so that might make that trip pretty quickly. Also, interesting that they replaced the elevator movement to an actual loading screen this time. And I mean, like, if you're playing the game and you go into an elevator and you just sit there watching the elevator move, ultimately you're still waiting just the same. Ooh, hello.
What's this area of the ship?
Normandy's cargo deck. It includes facilities to rearm and repair Normandy's embarked ground vehicle and shuttle.
My last ship didn't need a shuttle. Why do we have one?
This ship is nearly twice the mass of the previous Normandy. It is more difficult to land the ship on high-gravity worlds.
Also, is that a Mako I see over there? Or is that I think that's just the shuttle, never mind.
Access to this room is currently restricted.
But why? Why am I restricted from looking at the starboard cargo? What horrible secrets lie in wait? Oh, here we got Engineer Donnelly and Engineer Daniels. So basically, Donnelly and Daniels represent Fitzsimmons from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
You came all the way down here to see us?
You're speaking to our commanding officer.
I'm touring the ship, getting to know my crew.
I'm Engineer Ken Donnelly, handling the power control system.
The name's Donnelly.
This is Gabby.
That's Engineer Gabriella Daniels, actually. I'm responsible for the propulsion systems.
What can we do for you, Commander?
Need
Set up
anything?
okay down here?
We can't complain. I just wish it didn't take so long to calibrate the FBA arrays.
Kenneth, you're complaining.
What kind of problems are you having?
When they upgraded the Normandy design, they got a bit sloppy with the FBA couplings. I won't bore you with the tech, but there is an array of attenuators.
You're already
in the
boring me
primary
with the
transfer
tech.
System that channels the field bleed.
Kenneth, you're boring the commander with tech. In short, if we had T6 FBA couplings installed, it'd save us a lot of maintenance time each day.
Why isn't something like that already installed?
They probably just
Probably
didn't think
a
of it.
Design oversight. Efficiency isn't affected. It's a maintenance issue.
Also, the T6 model can be hard to find. Nash and Stellar Dynamics discontinued them.
Those
We could
sons of
possibly find used
bitches.
ones in the Omega markets, but we have no time for shore leave.
Alright. I guess I have to grab one when I'm down in Omega.
Where'd you receive your training?
Both Gabby and I started in the Alliance, serving on the SSV Perugia.
She flew in the first wave at the Battle of the Citadel. We saw Sovereign firsthand.
But then you
Why
left
did
the
you leave
Alliance.
Perugia?
After you died, that weasel Udina backslid on the Reaper Menace.
That weasel.
Discounted Sovereign as
Which
an
reminds me
isolated
that
threat.
since I made
Which was bullshit. They said
since
your
this
warnings
version
were
of the
danger
storyline
unstable
made
for
the
good
humans the council leaders,
Lost respect
that
for
means I might
Alliance
end up having to
leadership.
deal with
We fight
Udina.
the real enemy, and only Cerberus seem to be doing that.
How did you wind up with Cerberus, Ken?
Once you were gone, the Alliance brass descended like vultures, tearing apart everything you'd said. I was very public with my defense for you.
I posted all about Commander Shepard all over
Kenneth wasn't
Facebook,
such a talented
all over the
engineer, they'd
Twitter.
court-martialed him for insubordination.
But it got me noticed by the elusive man. He made an offer, and here I am.
So why did you join, Gabby?
Kenneth and I have been partners in crime since we graduated from Tech Academy. When he got the Cerberus offer, I insisted that it include me. He'd fall apart without me.
Thanks, Mum.
Also, I love engines, and the Normandy is state-of-the-art. When I got the opportunity to work on her, I had to jump.
Feelings on
About
Cerberus.
Actually, we don't know much about the organization other than the Normandy team.
We are incredibly ignorant. We just want to keep doing our jobs. It's not our duty to worry about
That's enough for me.
the ethics of the company we
Will
work
do,
for.
Commander.
Oh no. Okay.
The shipment came down to see us.
I told you she would.
Let's see. Where is Edie? Edie is there.
What's this?
Nope.
What's this area of the ship?
This is main engineering, which contains the ship's main fusion plant and Mass Effect core.
And there we go. Okay. I believe that's no. There's also a downstairs area to the engineering deck, and I believe like at least one or two characters ends up down here. I want to say Garrus begins his calibrations in one of these sections. Or is it Jack who's down there? Alright. Oh, wrong way. Elevator's this way. So let's go up, talk to Miranda. In the crew's quarters. I believe the crew's quarters is going to feature one familiar face from Mass Effect 1. I forget her name. She was the doctor on the ship. But I believe she actually ends up in the medical lab here as well, which is great because she was awesome. Dr. Chakwas. Yep.
Commander Shepard, I watched the Normandy crumble with you on board. It's good to see you alive.
Why are you here?
Nice to see a familiar face, Doctor.
I feel the same. I wish more of the original crew could be here. The kind of trauma you endured would have changed most people.
Also, do they really need the SR2 uniforms?
Welcome back, Shepard.
Although I suppose if you're spending the money on the ship, you might as well spend the more money on the uniforms as well.
Do you have everything you need?
I believe so. This medical bay seems very much like the sick bay on the original Normandy. Only thing missing are my private reserves.
Her
I even had a bottle of
booze.
Ceres Ice brandy that I was saving for a special occasion.
I'll keep an eye out for a replacement bottle.
Oh, you needn't. It's expensive, and we have much larger concerns ahead.
No, Doctor, we need to get drunk together.
Doctor, you've been with the Alliance for years. Why leave now?
After the Normandy was lost, the surviving crew was reassigned.
She probably was, yep, she was reassigned planetside, but she likes being on ships.
Position, but it wasn't on a starship.
She wants to take care of soldiers.
I've spent most of my life on warships, never knowing what the next mission might bring. I'm used to the hum of engines, the creaking of bulkheads, that subtle vertigo when the momentum dampeners kick in. Life planetside is just too static, too boring.
You're not the Cerberus type, Doctor.
I don't work for Cerberus. I work for you. On a mission that may be crucial to the survival of the human race.
You could also say it's crucial to the survival of everybody.
I trust you, Commander.
There's a very good chance this mission will be a one-way trip. Are you prepared for that?
I've been through the reclaiming of Shanxi, the Skillian Blitz. We survived the Battle of the Citadel and the destruction of the Normandy together. I've lived a full life. No regrets. I'd like to make sure the crew gets the same opportunity.
I'll see you later, Doctor.
Commander.
Either that or every step out there is just getting you one step closer to death. AI core. Where am I? Oh.
Access to the AI core is restricted.
Ah, that's where Edie is being kept. And I believe
What's this area of the ship?
later on when this
It is equipped to provide short-term emergency care. In the event of critical injury, personnel must be transferred to a fully equipped medical facility.
Later on, the Normandy gets under attack, and somebody has to go inside the...
Come on, Rupert.
I'm sorry, Princess. Filet mignon and caviar coming right up. Let me just get out my doilies.
That'd be real nice, Mr. Gardner.
That something has to be unlocked for Edie to better defend the ship against the attack. Let's see what Sergeant Gardner needs for his extremely oddly shaped trays. That is apparently the universal food tray. All food must occupy, like, these they're not even Tetris shapes because of all the angles. All food must occupy these ergonomic slots.
Commander Shepard, the hero of the Citadel, you did humanity proud that day.
I am pretty awesome.
Rupert Gardner here. How can I be of service?
Do you have everything you need?
I make do. But have you ever tried to prepare a decent meal with military provisions? I'm good, but I'm no miracle worker. Taking down the collectors is going to be rough business. The crew deserves a few fine meals before they throw themselves into the fire.
What do you need?
If I had some quality ingredients... Oh, shit. You've got more to worry about than grocery shopping on the Citadel. Forget it.
Give me the list.
Head that way,
I'll go space grocery shopping.
Appreciate it. Most of this list is probably standard fare for those namby-pambies on the Citadel. Anything else you'd like to talk about?
What do you do here on the Normandy?
What don't I do? Most think of me as the ship's cook, but I'm also the facilities technician and custodian.
I hope you wash your hands in between those tasks,
I make
sir.
sure they're all clean and running.
Yep.
So the man cleaning the toilets is also preparing the meals?
I wash my hands most of the time. This ain't no luxury liner. You have to pull your own weight in a Cerberus vessel, and I catch what falls through the cracks.
Ugh.
Through the cracks.
Clearly costs were cut in his job department.
How do you feel about working for Cerberus?
Damn proud. Cerberus gets the job done. The Alliance and Council have got their heads buried so deep up their butt puckers they can't see squat. It'll take good old human ingenuity to crush these collector vermin. Only Cerberus knows that.
And also that's kind of interesting to compare against Garrus' story in Mass Effect 1, because he was all about, like, he didn't like working for the Citadel security because of all the red tape. So he felt that the best way was the Spectre way, which is essentially a method that also got everybody in trouble. Like, if Spectres didn't have as much leeway as they did, then Saren wouldn't... Like, if there were more oversight on the Spectres, would Saren have been able to get away with running around the galaxy and getting caught up by the Reapers?
How did you find your way into Cerberus?
Can you believe I was once a family man, working the Ezo rigs along the frontier? I was happy enough, but losing everything to Batarian raiders can change your outlook. I needed to make a difference. I'm no soldier, but I've got skills, and Cerberus keeps an eye out for talent. I'll do whatever it takes to help, be that plumbing a sewer, routing an air duct, or keeping everyone's bellies full.
I won't take any more of your time.
Yeah, there were like Cerberus agents who were just kind of like watching him slap some peanut butter and jelly sandwiches together, and they're like, this is the kind of guy we need in our crew. Okay, so this is where Garrus will eventually be.
A gunnery officer is required to access the gunnery control station.
He's going to be over there calibrating the guns all day long. Well, hello there, Miranda. I'm just going to poke around your office a bit, look at your stuff. Got a couch for entertaining people, a couch over here for some reason. Like, somebody can be on, like, this couch, and somebody else can be on, like, this couch, and it'll be a really, really awkward conversation. And then I think that's your bathroom area? Oh, hold on. There's something... Oh, nope, that's just the door.
Commander, what can I do for you?
Can we talk?
Do you have a minute, Miranda?
No doubt you've got a lot of questions. Cerberus isn't as evil as most people believe. If I can help allay any of your concerns...
It's
I'd be
only a
happy to do
little
so.
evil. It's like
So,
10% evil.
What would you like to know?
Tell me more about yourself.
Tell me about yourself, Miranda.
Oh, I guess that's fair. I've spent the last 2 years learning everything there is to know about you. Well, you should probably know that I've had extensive genetic modification. Not my decision, but I make the most of it. It's one of the reasons the elusive man handpicked me. I'm very good at just about anything I choose to do.
You're genetically modified to be the perfect
What level of genetic
woman.
modification are we talking about?
That's very thorough. Physically, I'm superior in many ways. I heal quickly, and I'll likely live half again as long as the average human. My biotic abilities are also very advanced. For a human. Add to that some of the best training and education money can buy, and, well, it's pretty impressive, really.
So, basically, she's very privileged.
It sounds like you were designed to be perfect.
Maybe, but I'm not. I'm still human, Shepard. I make mistakes like everyone else. And when I do,
So,
the
money
consequences are
well
severe.
spent.
Everyone expects a lot from someone with my... abilities.
You certainly don't lack for confidence.
It's just a fact. My reflexes, my strength, even my looks, they're all designed to give me an edge. No point in hiding from it. It's the reason I'm
See,
trusted
here's
to
the
oversee
thing.
most dangerous,
When
risky
she says that her
technical
looks were
operations
designed to
Cerberus
give
undertakes.
herself an edge,
And it's why I was assigned to you.
consider the
It's my
fact
job
that
to make sure you succeed, Shepard.
her looks are going to be based on what people found attractive when she was born.
Thanks for the information, Miranda. I'll talk to you later.
Of course.
Because looks are subjective. They change over time. So let's say she's 20 years old. So she's designed to achieve a certain look that was attractive 20 years ago or 30 years ago. I don't actually know how old she is. Does the Codex have... No. Do I have... I don't think I have a... Yeah, I don't have listings for these people yet. Okay.
Commander,
All right.
what can I do for you?
Anything I should know regarding the Normandy?
The crew's working well, and the ship appears to be performing to specifications.
What exactly are your duties aside from keeping an eye on me?
I'm the elusive man's agent. You're his most important asset. My job is to make sure you succeed. Aside from that, I send regular reports to the elusive man, updating our status.
She sends the reports via TikTok messages.
I'll let you work.
Of course, Commander.
So yeah, like let's say she's good, like 20 to 25 years. Like what look do you like? If you look at what people found attractive in women, like what year is this today? 2019. In 1999, like consider how much has changed.
How old?
She'll be a year old next month.
Oh, you'll miss her first birthday.
Well, my family lives in New Canton.
Oh, that colony's on the edge of the frontier. Could be vulnerable to collector attack, couldn't it?
Exactly. It's most important that she have a first birthday. That's why I'm here.
Like back then in 1999, it was all about women being thin. Now people are down with the thickness. You know, if you're sitting here and somebody just walks by the door, I feel that the design of this room is a little bit odd. But then I guess, like, is there any other reason why you'd be on this side?
The
Like you'd...
starboard observation deck is closed until needed.
So the only place you could go is the crew quarters. So I guess maybe people are shamed into not walking by, because Edie will note if you're in the...
Shepard, the women's restroom is on the starboard side of the ship.
If you're not in the appropriate gender's bathroom. So let us head over to the captain's cabin, where we'll find something? Nothing? I think we might already have everything that we have there, because I've already checked the... Oh, hold on. There is a thing I'm supposed to hit first. Let's select some music, bring some mood. Is that from Mass Effect 1? Alright, let's stick with that one. So we got fish tanks. We don't have any fish yet, but fish can be acquired. Hold on.
What's this area of the ship?
This is the commanding officer's quarters.
It's larger than the quarters of other warships I've served on.
This is a Cerberus vessel, not an Alliance warship. Accommodations have been made for personal taste. That said, this space is directly under the exterior pressure hull. The fitting yard workers called it the loft.
As it is the top floor. Eventually these shelves... Oh yeah, over here. Get a whole bunch of model ships. And I think statues end up over there. I've already played this game before. Recruit Dr. Amanda Kenson without attracting... Rescue Dr. Amanda Kenson. Oh yeah, that's when the ship is under attack. Let's go to the bathroom. We have our private... and I think, yeah, there's not too much going on here until I actually start exploring areas, because I've already looked at the gear. Hold on. Yep. Alright, so that's done. Let's head back downstairs and head out. Explore the galaxy. See the universe. And also head over to Omega, where we need to talk to, what's-her-face?
Earlier when we spoke, you were very open with me. I like that, but I hope I didn't come across as too flirty. I don't want to overstep my bounds.
There's no such thing as too flirty, Yauman Chambers.
You're very charming, Kelly.
Thank you. The feeling is mutual. Anyway, how may I help you, Commander?
Is there anything I should know?
Nothing right now. Anything else, Commander?
That'll be all.
I'll be here if you need anything.
Anything at all. Alright, let's save our game. And head to the galaxy map, which is now a little bit more interactive than it used to be. You have to buy fuel now. Because there's going to be some more traveling involved. Oh yeah, when you go to the outskirts of a galaxy,
we do not have enough fuel to travel any significant distance.
Approach the fuel depot to buy some fuel. We are out of fuel. But luckily we got a ton of money, so we're going to use it all to fill up. And also we're almost out of probes, so we're going to get more probes. I'm not going to worry about probing any planets just yet. I'm just going to pop out here just to take a look at the galaxy. And then you got... This is kind of... It's a little bit more interactive instead of just kind of giving you a bunch of menus, which is, I guess, a little bit more interesting than Mass Effect 1 system setup. But for now, let's see about recruiting the professor. and go to Omega. 7.8 million people live there. I keep wanting to call it Asteroid M, but that's wrong universe. Also, how much energy is spent just lighting up that ring around the base? And also, passing by those buildings just now almost makes Omega seem as though it's kind of like an inverse of the city in Blade Runner, where you have just these tall skyscrapers and just flames are jettisoning off the roof. I only have 2 choices, so let us add Miranda and Jacob. Okay. Let's just make his passive abilities better. And let's do the same for... Actually, yeah, let's do the same for her. And I think I'm good. And I haven't purchased any weapons yet, so I don't necessarily have to worry about that.
Welcome to Omega. You're new here, aren't you? I can always tell. Allow me to... Oh, hello, Mocklin. I was just...
Leave, Fargate, now.
Oh, I was just being the welcoming committee. Why can't I just welcome the new arrivals to Omega?
Welcome to Omega, Shepard.
You know who I am?
That was fast.
Of course.
I feel like Commander Shepard is almost like James Bond in any like his movies, because James Bond is supposed to be a spy.
Brings a dead Spectre to Omega. I suggest you go to Afterlife now and present yourself.
Cut the attitude. I'm not here to cause problems for Omega.
Things explode around you, Shepard. You can't blame Arya for keeping an eye on you. Afterlife now.
Yeah, he's got a point.
I'm receiving quarantine warnings about the slums where Dr. Morton Solus runs the clinic. Anticipate resistance at the transport station. I have also accessed messages between mercenary groups regarding plans to deal with the Archangel. There's a recruiting station at Afterlife that may have information on him.
Okay. So we want to go to... ask Arya about Morton. So I guess we have to go talk to Arya at Clum Omega, which is just right turn and straight. Ah, it's Zaid.
Shut it.
This nerd.
Please. You have to help me.
Well, I don't have to help you.
Good talk, jackass.
You Zaid Masani?
Yeah, that's me. You must be Commander Shepard. Hey, we have a galaxy to save.
He kind of looks like a slightly buffer Littlefinger from Game of Thrones.
I assume you've been briefed?
I've done my homework. Cerberus sent me everything I needed to know.
I already know all your moves.
I assume you've been briefed?
Oh, there
I've done my homework.
For some reason I thought that changed.
Cerberus sent me everything I
My
needed.
contacts told me we're picking up 1 man, not 2.
Batarian delinquent. Pissed off someone rich enough to hire me to go after him. And for my bring him in alive rates even.
Please. I didn't do it.
I said shut it. Tried to lead me on a chase all over the systems.
I didn't do it, but I still ran.
Always run to Omega.
What's your relationship with Cerberus?
Easy. Cerberus is paying me a lot of money to help you on your mission. That's the long and short.
Alright.
How many mercs would take a suicide mission for the pay?
Most mercs don't get an offer like the one Cerberus sent me. This mission doesn't sound like good business, but your elusive man can move a lot of credits.
Alright. You know, that was a lot faster than I expected. I was expecting to have to actually do a mission or something.
Tell me. assume the elusive man told you about our arrangement.
No, he did not.
I guess he decided to leave that information out of the dossier.
Good thing I asked.
What is your arrangement?
Mission a little while back, just before I signed on with Cerberus.
Oh yeah, the loyalty mission. Because everybody in this game has a loyalty mission.
He's the head of the Blue Suns, runs the whole organization. Seems he recently captured an Eldfell Ashland refinery on Zoya and is using their workers for slave labor. The company wants it dealt with.
Okay.
I'm sure we get that done.
Good. Get it out of the way so we can concentrate on being big goddamn heroes. I better turn this thing in before it starts to stink. I'll be locked and loaded next time you're ready to get some killing done.
Alright. You know, I've been collecting a lot of side quests. Bring firearms, antihistamines. Oof. Afterlife. Where buxom, dancing Asari are all over the stage. Now here's a question. Okay, so Asari only have a single gender. Like, how do Asari, like, it's odd to say Asari women, because there are no Asari men. There is no binary, there's only singularity. So, how do Asari attempt to sexually appeal to each other? Like, the entire idea, like, do they base it on, like, how, like, they clearly look at themselves, like, these dancers are kind of meant to appeal towards a mass market. They're meant to appeal to humans and Batarians and Turians. And that's one thing that I think is missing from Mass Effect 3, and I'm not talking about, I'm not talking about how they dress in private, but I feel as though, like, Mass Effect 3 could have had more time spent on the individual planets. I feel like with Mass Effect 3, the writers of the Mass Effect series rushed the arrival of the Reapers. Because, like, you're going to these worlds, you're going to where the Asari are from, you're going to where the Krogan are from, but you're seeing them being torn asunder. You don't actually get to see them in their natural state. So, like, if Mass Effect 3 had a different storyline, and Mass Effect 4 had the arrival of the Reapers, there would be more of that contrast between the worlds before they had been attacked and the worlds after, because if you only see them after the worlds have been attacked, all you'll see is destruction.
Omega, what a piss hole. At least it keeps you on your toes. I've had to come here on business before. I feel like I need a shower afterward, in addition to normal decontamination.
I would believe that. This place looks like if the bar on Tatooine got turned into a whole city.
Ari's expecting me.
Annoyed. If you was expecting you, you'd be inside. Yeah. Also, I like the idea. It's called Afterlife, and you've got all these visuals of, like, flames rising above you. It's very, very specific on the kind of afterlife it's expecting to portray. You are clearly in hell. And having a good time. Also, we're in the future, but these giant hologram displays are filled with lag. Ooh, a bottle of brandy. I can't see the price, but I will buy it anyway. There goes Shepard, the most awkward drinker on the Citadel. Let's see, so there's a lower level. We're gonna just go head straight to the upper level where Arya is. Anto? Who is Anto? Anto is here. Hello, Anto.
You want to talk? Talk to Arya.
Arya Talok, who I believe has her own comic book storyline going on as well.
That's close enough.
I forget who voices her. I want to say Carrie-Anne Moss voices Arya Talok.
Stand still.
What's the scan for? It's to make sure that you're
Looking for
Shepard.
Weapons, you're not doing a very good job. Can't be too careful with dead specters. That could be anyone wearing your face. I was told you're the person to talk to if I have questions.
They're clean.
So what
Answer the
else?
questions. You run Omega?
Yes, I do. I own.
I am Omega.
Yep. I was gonna say I own Omega, but I am Omega is like the next
Need more.
logical step.
Everyone needs more something, and they all come to me. I'm the boss, CEO, queen, if you're feeling dramatic. It doesn't matter. Omega has no titled ruler and only one rule.
And that rule is?
Don't fuck with Arya.
I have the same rule actually. It says it's even still with Arya.
I like it. Easy to remember. If you forget, someone will remind you.
And then I toss your sorry ass out the nearest airlock.
Why are we having this conversation from all the way over there?
What can I do for you?
I've heard about this Archangel guy who's running around.
Archangel. You and half of Omega. You want him dead too? Why is everyone after him? He thinks he's fighting on the side of good. There is no good side to Omega. Everything he does pisses someone off. It's catching up to him. Just the kind of guy I'm looking for. Really? Well, aren't you interesting? You're gonna make some enemies teaming up with Archangel. That's assuming you can get to him. He's in a bit of trouble right now. What kind of trouble? The local merc groups have joined forces to take him down. They've got him cornered, but it sounds like they're having trouble finishing him off.
Oh, yeah.
They've started hiring anybody with a gun to help them.
Sounds like that might be our ticket in.
They're using a private room for recruiting. Just over there. I'm sure they'll sign you up.
This makes for an interesting mission because it's like you go in with the mercs in order to head towards Archangel, and then they're like, "Wait, aren't you Shepard?"
Which merc groups are after Archangel? Blue Suns, Eclipse, Blood Pack. They're Omega's major players. Unless they're at war, you'll never see them together. But one thing they hate more than each other is Archangel.
Which kind of reminds me of a scene in a section of Max Payne 2, where like there is a war going on between the Italians and the cleaners in jumpsuits, and the cleaners like see Max just kind of step out of the rubble, and they're like, "Hey, are you the reinforcements?" And you end up walking along with them for a while before somebody's like, "Oh, hey, what are you doing hanging around with Max Payne?"
You hate Archangel? I don't have time for hate, but I distrust them all equally. For now, I'm happy just to let them kill each other. I appreciate the help. See if you still feel that way when the mercs realize you're here to help him. I'm looking for Morden Solus. Do you know where I can find him? The Solarian doctor? Last I heard, he was trying to help plague victims in the quarantine zone. I always liked Morden. He's as likely to heal you as he is to shoot you.
You know him?
Tell me about him. Used to be part of the Solarian Special Tasks Group. He's brilliant and dangerous. Just don't get him talking. He never shuts up.
Wise
You
decision.
really need to find him? Take a shuttle to the quarantine zone. No guarantee they'll let you in, of course.
So you must know what's what on Omega.
Everything that's worth knowing. I don't usually give it out freely. Information is power.
So basically, the fact that she's providing that information is
Take
meaningful.
a walk in a back alley or buy one of the mercs a drink. Better yet, talk to the entertainers. They give great tours. Just don't waste my time.
I wonder if you can actually talk to the entertainers. I don't actually know if that's an option.
Tell me how you got set up here.
That's as privileged as information gets. I have many friends and enemies I keep at varying distances. I don't count you among either. We'll see how useful you prove.
Makes sense.
Short answer, mind your own damn business.
One scan and we're straight to business. People are usually more concerned about who I am.
Your death was downplayed, but hardly what I call a secret. I had to make sure it was really you. You could have been anyone, anything. Whatever you need will come out on its own. I'm curious, but Omega doesn't really care about you.
Maybe I'll come back later.
Maybe I'll be here.
Nah, she'll be there. Let's go see if we can find one of these entertainers and see if we can actually talk to them. And I wonder, that would have... I feel like that would have kind of like elevated those characters from just being just random like dancers. Like if there was a meaningful conversation with them. Like what if in Mass Effect 1 in I forget the name of the bar on the Citadel. But you can essentially just like sit down and stare at a dancer for reasons, I suppose. But like, what if you could actually talk to that character and that character had their own ideas? Also, okay, so there's the shuttle to the quarantine zone. And that's where we're going to be heading next time. Thank you for watching. Questions, comments, recommendations for something to play next? Comment down below or send it on over to itsoundedgoodonpaper@gmail.com. That's itsoundedgoodonpaper@gmail.com. So long for now.